Hello everyone, this is Darker Joe, and I'm finally back to do some more Epic 7. I'm going to be doing my account review on this video. So, I skipped account review for a while because I wanted to wait for the Epic Dash Pass, to finish out. Now that it's only a few more days left of it, I'm going to go through it now. So, last time I did I went by class type. This time I'm going to go by element type, which I think would be a little bit easier to go through. I'm going to try to go quick though too, because I don't want this to be another 40-50 minute long video. I'm going to try to keep it in the 20 to 30 minute range. So I'm going to go kind of quick on the units. If there's a unit you wanted to see, just go ahead and pause the video, I guess. But I'll try to keep it long enough you can at least get a general idea of what the stats are. So yeah, and I'm only going to show the PvP units. I'm not going to show anything I specifically use for PvE, unless it's a unit that I have built enough that I can use in PvP. Like for example, my green Vivian I use for Rift, but it's she actually is pretty well built. I could pull her out in RTA at some point, so I'll show her. But units like my Kana or my Sigrid are all PvE units anyway, so I'm not going to bother showing them. So I built a lot of units, so it's you saw them listed up there, my speed millum. And I'll try not to talk too much about each unit, or actually anything really. Everyone knows my speed millum. Everyone who has seen my videos knows about my speed millum. So Elagos I just recently built as well with the Epic Dash. So he's slow, but pretty good damage, kind of. My Shouteer, who's also just as fast as my millum. And then my second millum, which is this is my first millum, was my first millum anyways, my Bruiser millum. A bit harder to pull her off now, and this, maybe it might be easier to pull her off now since the meta is slowing down a bit. Maybe she can actually handle a bit. But with Shouteer, it's kind of hard to find a way, but Haste, I recently built up too, during the Epic Dash. He's slow, but, he does, he'll probably do okay damage. Janua, so about 150 ER with some solid damage, not the craziest damage obviously. Bihu, I like the amount of bulk he has. He's still pretty fast, not super fast, but he has pretty good effectiveness. He's got pretty good bulk and some attack, so I'm happy with his build. I'm gonna skip Kana because there's no point showing this. It's just a PvE unit. It's just for expedition. Benimaru, who I kind of want to work. If I can get more defense on him, I'll be really happy with him. Mercedes is also just an expedition. I really just use her for expedition, so I'm not about showing that. Last I counted, I had 163 units built for PvP. This is including fun units and units that I would probably only pull out in mock battles type of thing, or maybe sometimes in RTA, but yeah, so I got a lot of units built. That's also why I'm kind of trying to go through this kind of quickly though. And if there's a unit that I want to talk about, for example my Carmen Rose, my support Carmen Rose, who I actually really like playing. So she gets 60% effectiveness here, and then she gets herself effectiveness buff when she uses S3 if she's above 50% health. So she has when she S3s with full health, she has 250 effectiveness. So she strips and then pushes the highest attack unit. Abigail, I really like the amount of defense I have on her with a Draco Plate as well. Health is a bit low, but it's kind of hard to pull off a lot of health on her too, especially with crit damage and stuff. Cirilla, you're going to see a lot of units that don't have maxed out artifact just because, yeah, it's a bit, or the units will be missing an artifact because, well, I have a lot of units built. I don't have all these artifacts or artifact charms, so yeah, a lot of units are going to be like that. Mahouda Euphine, for anyone who still wants to see, I love using Mahouda Euphine. Great unit into Sea Phantom Politis. My Carrot, which actually is a really good build. I really should pull her out in RTA at some point. Really good bulk, not the 200 speed's fine, then 75 effectiveness, which is okay, and then but a lot of bulk, even 3000 attack. My Bruiser Soul, which is like really Bruiser. If I get a better artifact, I just toss this on him because I didn't have an artifact to give him. If I can get another good artifact on him, well, actually gives him a bit more. Well, I mean, this could give him attack too. So my Jacko, like Bruiser Jacko, but like I really did not have another artifact or charms to use. I don't use Jacko anyways, but Rage Set, Pen Set, Jacko. My Aros, 26,000 health, which is not bad. A bit low on the effectiveness though, but 250 speed. Then Fire Ken, 185 speed, which isn't bad for bruisers. Good crit damage, good defense, and actually not terrible health. If I get a few more imprints, I can get at least give it 25,000. This is solid damage. Huoyang. I do need a better artifact for her as well. And then Shuna. I think fire has my highest amount of units though, so it would take longer to get to the fire elements though. What's that, 255? Oh no, 245 ER, so not the craziest ER, but that's that's a unit I rebuild too. Yeah, this is a unit that I did not have her built, but then I built her during the Epic Dash. I just molded her like an hour ago too, just because I forgot to mold some of these units. So I'm down to like 40 molos after being up to 200 or something. So yeah, that's fun. But really good bulk, really good effectiveness with which the speed's alright. I mean, honestly, you kind of want her to get popped out of her stealth anyways, and so her being slow is not bad. So for everyone who saw my other video, and I did a arena testing with her, I have two of her built. So I have a speed one, which is this one. This is like the speed one, speed and bulky. And I have a bruiser one with lifesteal, which is down there more. I think she's like 108,000 CP, so common power. So when we get down there, I did not get like this. For example, I went on Dust Devil because I didn't have another artifact to give him. I haven't touched. She's been like this build for a while. Alphel, it's another one I just recently built up. I still need to finish that last Awaken. I would like to give her an Arius, but well, that's not happening for a while because I don't have any more Ariuses to give because I already have so many units. But yeah, Fire Avi. I haven't changed her. So it's just the way she was since her last buff. But since she was buffed, I mean. Edward. Politis. Same old. Kizuna. I still need to work on this one real quick, but like, she's a low priority right now. But then this was my my lifesteal. Yes, I have a triple S on the other one. This one's an S rank because I actually used a few. I used a few memory shards and stuff. So, but yeah, this is my lifesteal Bloodstone Flan. So the other one's like I use the other one for like aggro teams and stuff, or if I want to be aggressive. But if I'm using a tank down bruiser team, then I could use this one. It gets sustain and stuff. So Fire Tenebria, I think I also built during the Epic Dash. Ilnav I had built for a while, and then okay, everyone else is not built. All right, for the fires. See, for example, how long was? About 10 minutes. Okay, but like I said, that was the longest. That was the one I had the most people on. So I'm gonna try to go down this one even quicker. Okay, so my 261 speed destruction Chloe. So yeah. So again, if there's a unit you wanted to see, just pause it if you wanted to see it more, type of thing. I try not to go super fast, but Karen, I had her on RNL for a bit, or first I had her on Basket, then I went her on RNL, but now that she doesn't really work well with with RNL because now they changed extra turns, I just tossed her on Knife, Elia's Knife for a bit. Teiyu, actually. I've been using Teiyu in Guild Wars. He's actually insane, especially with this build. I think he is actually a really good unit now. 265 speed with his own artifact, so he's very good into Sea Phantom Politis. Well, kind of. I like to use him and Holiday Euphine in the same team though, but he's very good into a lot of like non-tax units type of thing. Sez buff is also just dropped, so he is going to be a pretty interesting one to use. I probably should have still mold his. I didn't mold his S2. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that between videos and stuff. But yeah, Clarissa, real high attack, not the greatest speed, but Momo. I use Momo a lot. I love my Momo. Such a fun unit. Yeah, insane unit, honestly. I had him on Arius, but I have too many units, too many knights now, so I just tossed this on him because I was like, you know what, I want a plus 30 artifact. Let's just toss him on him. So eventually, I want to put him on Arius. So Elvira, pretty solid. What is that? 287 ish effect resistance. Arya. Not the greatest of the ER, but like I did the whole really bulky with some solid ER, no crit build, just relying on this. So yeah, those are PvE units. I rebuilt Rose as well, so I got back my 260 speed Rose. So because I thought, why not? I want to have another unit that gives attack buff and CR push, and one that can hold Arius at the same time. Which again, Rose is the only one that can do that. So. Blue Luna, yeah, I think she's been like this for about like a year at this point, but she's still very solid. I just don't use her. Karina, I actually have her on a pretty good amount of ER. She's a bit slow, but she does push up anyways with her, with her passive. It's like 40 or 50%, so yeah. Again, I don't have charms. Well, I'm actually only missing one more level. But yeah, I don't have charms because I have way too much artifacts I'm upgrading right now. So yeah, this is an ER Fumir. Riza. My 32,000 health with Leafy and Proof of Valor. Not speed though, not a lot of speed though, but it's got some effectiveness, but really bulky. If I see an opening to use her, I pull her out. Same with Dark Corvus, but you'll see Dark Corvus when we get to it. Dark Corvus is actually one of my most proud builds, I guess you could say. SSB, I still think she's a solid unit. So yeah. Even though this is usually you put this on the high attack no crit build ones, but I'm like, you know what, 3,000 attack. This is good splash damage with it, but actually have crit damage. So. Amelia I rebuilt too because of ReZero, the season 3, because of season 3 being out. So I was like, you know what, I kind of want to rebuild her. So I don't have the greatest gear to give her though. So I could give her my Momo gear, but I'm not giving her my Momo. No, sorry Amelia. Dizzy again, no charms, but even at 0 rank, it's still 15 stun chance. So went for like a ER build, Dizzy. With some effectiveness. Not a lot of ER either, so. Biblis. Revenge Biblis. So, yeah. A lot of times I forget I even have Biblis built, so. This is another unit I'm really happy with. Not the greatest speed, but, she'll push up if she hits. If she S2s you after a counter, she'll push up. Then she'll push up on her S1, so, if she S1, S2s you, she's going to push up pretty high anyway, so. Angelica, I haven't used her much in a while, but, actually not that bad speed, though, for a counter set, and then really tanky, and then with, yeah, so. I finally finished the story to get, just be able to special change her, so this is how mine is built. Alright, so we got a free Brig, so I actually went and built a second Brig. So this is my damage Brig that I've had for a while. This is my damage one, yeah, with Elbrus and counter set. This is the one I'm, again, no charms, so I didn't have it, but this is like for, I'm also building this one for like a general tanky one, so I can have one that's really, really tanky, just be an Arius holder that def breaks and strips units, so. But again, no charms, so. Eventually they'll give us actual, artifact charms in abundance type of thing, right? ER, Dominio, which I don't know why I built, but I was just like, you know what, whatever, I'm gonna build Frida. I took a lot of, I had her built pretty well in the past, but not that long ago, but I just said screw her and just took gear off of her constant. I just tossed gear back on her. Same with like Etta. I went for like a bruiser Eda. It's attack. It's effectiveness. Okay. So like a bruiser one. I still need an artifact on her though. But actually it's not bad for a bruiser build. Same old Summer Break Charlotte. I forget I haven't even used her. Alright, so Luluka is a PvE, so I won't bother with that. Another unit I'm actually kind of happy with the way the build works though. Her build's like really, really good. This is a really, really good Rima. It's just too bad that she herself isn't very good. One buff away, maybe she might be decent. I might pull her out every once in a while too though. Rem. Yeah. And then Helen, I need an artifact for her. Everyone else that's in blue, it's not built. So yeah. Alright, Earth units. Ludwig. Really high damage Ludwig. Ram, again, no artifact, but bruiser, kind of semi-bruiser in a way. How long are we at? 17 minutes? Okay, that was like 8 minutes for that one. Alright. But I said I wanted to be 20 to 30 minutes, so I'm going to try to go fast on this one. A lot of the Earth units are kind of the same units I had in my other account review videos, so I don't really have to talk about them much, I don't think. Senya, my second Lilibet. Again, anyone who hasn't seen my other videos, I have 3 Lilibets. So I have a DPS, I have a damage Lilibet, I have a speed Lilibet who used to be faster, but I had to lower. I lowered her down to make other people faster. And then the other one down here is my Bruiser Lilibet, which you'll get after this is my Urvalin, which I built. I think I got him from the one of the, what was it? The fully decked selectors. I was like, you know what? I haven't upgraded. I don't have you upgraded yet, so. And then my Bruiser Lilibet. I swear, she's just missing one good viable buff. So I mentioned before, Vivian is a unit that's like, I use her for Rift, but she's actually not terrible build that I think I can pull her out. I mean, except for the artifact, I guess. The artifact's the only thing I had to switch out. And then, like, she's actually not terrible to use in, like, RTA type of thing. A bit slow for, like, an opener type of thing, but, it's got some bulk in it. Zahak. Yeah, I haven't even used Zahak in a while. Why use Zahak when I can just use Shout here? Euphine, Bruiser Euphine. Pearl Horizon, just because why not? I think, wait, so I have Misty Chain on PvE. Karma Rose. Wait, I think the only one I don't have built is Gloomy Rain. Okay. But, I mean, like, two of the other ones I said I have built are for PvE, though. Where, Celine? Tank Celine, for anyone who doesn't know, yeah. Miui, want to use her. She's actually, so she's fast, but like she's not gonna outspeed any actual openers. But I love Miui though. I just wish she was viable. Yulha, which I forgot she got buffed today, so I'm definitely gonna try to pull her out. She got some ER, not really a lot, but like now she'll be able to reflect 30% of. Wait, isn't it 40% of all damage now? Not just, it's 40%. They made it 40%, and then they made it for everyone. Bologna. So Bologna, I wanted to give Bologna Fenris's artifact once I get a Fenris artifact higher up. Or something like that. I don't know. But this is technically, if you're not counting Zio or Harsetti, this is technically my fastest unit. Because she is my fastest speed unit. Obviously, Harsetti and Zio will go before her, but yeah. Rimuru, my ER Rimuru, which I've used, you know, I use a lot, especially in the ER gang. Oh man, I love using it. Rimuru's awesome. Laya, not the fast Laya, but the pretty good bulk Laya with, you know, but I mean, it's just Laya, so yeah, always good. Arunka, a little slow on a lifesteal build. I do need to get an immunity piece right here so I can get a max, you know, if I can get immunity set, but like, I like this actually right here. Even 181 is not the worst speed for someone like Arunka. So yeah, Valencia. Oh, Valencia's so fun since her buff too now. So now she can just soul burn and just guarantee that she's gonna land death break on the unit. It's huge. And obviously injury, very good artifact for her. Albedo. I have a damage Albedo. This is the exact build I had. This is the moment she came out. This is the build I put on her. This is the very first build I put on her, and I've been using her and this build ever since. So yeah, I love damage Albedo. Destina, kind of actually I don't, you know, she's all right. She's actually decent because she's what, 200 with this, and then she gets herself that ER buff, so she's 260 ER with pretty good bulk and, you know, not the worst speed for, you know, Destina. Actually, that's not bad. Gala, 266 speed, Gala. On Wind Rider. I think it's my only Wind Rider as well. Rin, I had her at a higher ER and a bit more speed, but yeah. I was like, you know, that's fine. Wukong's another unit that, like, I use him for Rift, like, but he's actually not a terrible build. I can pull him out in RTA as well. I rebuilt Iseria as well. Really, really bulky. People might say this is slow for her, but like, honestly, I'm not using her to combo with you know, Tamarine. I'm using her as, hey, I have a few units that have really, really strong S3s that already use their turn, so I'm gonna just, you know, reset it type of thing. So I actually want her to be slower than my other units, so that I can use it. Gazelle, which is actually a really bulky, but this is a base speed Gazelle, which I'm going to use specifically with or against Harsetti's. So yeah, so it's actually really, really tanky, pretty solid damage. Lots, I use Lots sometimes. He's a lot of fun. So yeah, especially in PvE content. Like, he's very good in PvE content. Violet, pretty decent damage, pretty decent bulk. Not this great speed though, but he does push up when he counters. Ray is a PvE unit I use for Rift, so I'm not gonna bother. Mort. So I just again, I need to. This is a maxed out one. I just don't have the charms again. So yeah. So it's a higher damage. It's a, you know, actually it's a decent damage. You know, 23k with 272 crit damage. It's not bad on an injury set. He does he get free counter set or gets free Elbrus? Oh, so it's free Elbrus. Okay, so that's why. So technically you'd probably want him on counter set, either counter set or injury probably. I mean, destruction's pretty good too, or even speed's pretty good. I have those 4 sets then. Charles, like really high, pretty solid attack, okay crit damage, base speed because, well, who really cares? It's Charles. He has counter Elbrus, and, you know, pretty decent bulk. I still think Charles need to be HP scaling. You know, just make him HP scaling. Burkus. A bit low on the defense, so if I get more defense, I'll be happy with him. Landy, counter, yeah. Counter set Landy with Sword of Judgment because of why not? I don't know why. I had him on Bloodstone. I had her on Bloodstone, but I took the Bloodstone from my fire, you know, from my Bruiser Flan, so I was like, I just tossed that on her. But, you know, pretty solid bulk. Green Armin. Then Rowana, which is just Rowana. Alright. Light and Dark, I don't remember if I had a lot of units, but let's see. Aiden, you know, same old Aiden, some bulk, a lot of crit, you know, a lot of damage, and then some speed. Gaither I had way better, but like, I mean, I would say I still could use them, but like, yeah, it's kind of a bit weaker though. Commander Pavel. So there's that. Shuri, which a lot of times I forget I have Shuri built. So yeah. Last Rider Crow, 26k HP, 15, you know, 1550-ish, you know, defense, and 161 ER is pretty good. I'm definitely using him now that he has. I mean, I was already a Last Rider Crow user anyways, but now I definitely want to try Last Rider Crow with that reset too. ER Solitaria, and then we have Gunther, pretty decent bulk Gunther with still 5,000 attack. Doesn't have Sacred Scythe because obviously Sacred Scythe is on Amiki, so I just tossed this on him now, so he has 90% crit resistance, and when he gets not crit, he gets pushed up. So yeah. Lionheart Sirmia with creation and destruction. I'm like, well, this is one of the only units that can really use it. Why not be funny with it? So yeah, Sage Ball I rebuilt as well. It's a bit harder without crazy, but like, I mean, 19.5k HP is fine. The effectiveness is low, but eventually I'm gonna get more imprints and I'll make up for that. Plus I get what, 20 off of this and 40 that. So I mean, I'm only at 193 ER though. That's the only problem. So Senya has been on, I had Senya on Grace of Growth for like a while, pretty much since she came out I had her on Grace of Growth. Then I was like, you know, alright, I'm going to finally use the Molas and, you know, actually build her up so I can get someone else, so I can have the Grace of Growth open, so, yeah. So that's also why my Molas went down from like 220 or 230 down to 40, so yeah, I'm not looking good at Molas now. Really high ER, not the greatest speed, but decent. I think it's decent enough bulk. But yeah, so that's why anyone tries to ER, tries to get me with the dose. No, I'm not 15% in your opener. No, I'm just actually have ER. I raised her ER a little bit. I think I lowered her speed by 5 or so, but that's fine. She has pretty decent bulk now. I think she had less bulk last time, but now she's at what, 269 ER because she gets 20 and then she gets 20. So it's 269 ER, and she gives everyone else on the team 54 for ER because of this. Like, May Chloe is honestly insanely strong. AOL, I just did not know what to give her, so, you know, she's speed ER with with Butterfly Mandolin, which actually I could recall, but it's no point. I mean, I do need the charms, but I kind of like Butterfly Mandolin, so. Bruiser Sage Vivian. Same old Sage Vivian. But yeah, Spez. I saw that EE and I was like, I had to get it. But they did change it. It was supposed to be attack, but now it's health. But which, you know, honestly, that's fine. Because now I have more health. Still pretty solid damage anyways. If you're stunned, this still kills you no matter who you are. Unless, of course, you have, you know, anti one-shot mechanics in your kit. Counter Unity set. LQC, I did actually lower her crit damage and her speed. So she lost 20 speed and about 40 crit damage. But I gave her an additional like 240 defense and like an extra 4,000 health. So honestly, I consider it worth it. Plus I think she got like an extra 200 attack. I think I was like 3,700, 3,000. So yeah. Crimson Armin, ER, 181, solid bulk. Bellion, you know, same 170 ER, so ER Bellion, basically base speed, you know, but solid defense and pretty good health with 3F. New Moon Luna, 271 speed. I pretty much lowered her down a bit, but at the same time, what opener is going to stop her? Because no opener is going to get her because of her passive. As long as she has immunity, no openers can stop her anyways. Unless you get hit by multiple openers, then yeah. SBA, 147 effectiveness thanks to this now. Yeah, so I forgot she got buffed too. Counter immunity, I have her on pretty good speed. I don't know how much attack she gets for off of this though. Well, I'll have to find out. I do want one more imprint so I can get that nice 150 looking ER effectiveness, but yeah. I definitely want to try her out at some point. I mean, with her buff, yeah, she's good now. Ruel is really good too. I have her on counter resist set. Not the greatest ER though, but I mean, and then 2,000, 20,000 with Water's Origin. So yeah. Oh, you know I'm going to be using this unit. I already use him a lot already, so he's going to be insane now. 15,000 damage on it. Protection resist set. I do want to get more ER though at some point. MO Sharoon. So yeah, same old high effectiveness. So what 172 effectiveness. Counter set, some bulk, yeah. This one is on a weird build. I honestly I don't know what I was doing with this, but I was just like, you know what? I just tossed random epic dash gear on her. Something's actually not the worst, but I was like, you know what? Really bulky, some effectiveness, some effectiveness, some ER. Like, who cares about her speed, because she comes in, so she'll nullifies counters and stuff. But I mean, Mort does her job better now, so. Protection set, I don't know. Again, I didn't have an artifact to give, so yeah. All I wanted was a protection set with a lot of bulk. So Eaton, Adamant Eaton, 36k HP. Imperial Ilnov, I have that on a damage build, so 260 crit damage pen set, counter pen. If I get some imprints, I can get her at the 28,000 health, which would be really nice. Base speed, but she's still doing her job. I don't have an Elbrus on her, that's all I'm really missing. So yeah. But even then, her build's not like crazy, Anyway, it'll be good crit damage, but I'm not really someone who would use Landy anyways. 32. Okay, I didn't make it, but there's only one more to go through. It might be 40 minutes. All right. RB, really high RB, 4,300, 340 with basket. Just under 4,000 attack, and then this. I would put Tachi on. Actually, I do have Tachi on it. Sometimes I swap Tachi with him. Sometimes I don't. I usually use him with like Rose or How Do You Feel anyway. So Stene, some bulk, a lot of damage. Wanda, I haven't used Wanda in a while. Pretty much ever since Shaltir came out. Why use Wanda? But but she's there. Again, I did not have any more artifacts, and I was just like, yep, just toss this on her. But some speed and whatever. She only needs 10 souls for her, silver anyway. So, but I still have not gotten her EE yet. But I don't really care. I don't even use Brighteria that much, but. One of my pride units now, I really like using my Dark Corvus, 197 ER with 30,000 health, solid, some decent defense. Not the greatest speed, but that's fine. So he comes in with 33,000 health. Plus, if you do actually debuff him, you have this. So, plus you can't stun him anyway. So, but you can sleep him now, and Spez can now kill off his sleep. That's kind of scary. Oh, that is Automation Tower. Basically, I only use it for Automation Tower. Shoe, ML Shoe, really solid speed, good bulk. Not good bulk, terrible bulk, but really good speed, some crit damage, terrible bulk. But I mean, I don't use her a lot actually. So yeah, Dilibet, one of my all-time favorite units. I want to see how good her crit damage is now, or how good her S3 damage is now that she pens 50%. Does she pen 50? Yeah, she pens 50%, which means now she's going to do no damage if they have an Illanov on their team. But if they don't have Illanov, I want to see how much damage she does. Flan. Yeah, this is the same old Flan. DDR, having a high effectiveness DDR. Again, no charms. Yeah. But like, it's DDR. I'm gonna have to test them out again with Spez now too. Closer Charles, Bruiser Charles. Not the greatest speed, but you're gonna use the push up anyways. High, some damage. I need a I mean, you're gonna get the effect anyway, so you're gonna get that 15% extra crit rate too off of the his buff. Assassin Cartuja. I wanted something to put this on, so I was like, you know what? I think it would work pretty good on him. Actually, it's really good on him. Actually, now I think about it. Yeah, ER Archdemon. I don't think this is upgraded anymore. Yeah. Seabound Polynis. Not the greatest speed, not the greatest effectiveness, but it's one of those it's really high health, and then with this, give the barrier to people. So yeah. Blood Moon. I switched him actually. I had him on a higher effectiveness, no ER build. Now I have switched him to a has some ER with some effectiveness still. Actually, some pretty good bulk still. This is actually pretty good. I think, just, 23.5k HP, especially when you have some ER and effectiveness. 1600 defense. So recently I'm working on, I am working on Fallen Cecilia. I think with a plus 30 Arias plus maybe like 1 or 2 more imprints, she'll have 26,000 health with really good defense and some ER. Again, I need Arias and I need 1 or 2 more imprints, so Chaos Decked Axe, Axe God. Actually, I like this build on him. It's pretty solid. Zeo, my Bruiser Zeo. I mean, I only have 1 Zeo, but this is my Bruiser Zeo. So really tanky. The general 250 to 260 speed is all you really want on him, anyways, and then some crit damage. Calric, which I think is going to be a strong unit that can be coming back into meta now. I mean, he's always been in the meta, but I think people are going to want to build him again once ML Lua comes out, which I'll talk about that over the weekend. Oxalots, I have not switched his artifact yet because he no longer is like broken with it, but I'm going to toss it on him for now because again, I don't have an artifact to give him. Plus, it's not the worst. His cooldown's 4 turns, so with that, he goes up to, it'll be a 2-turn cooldown, I think. It's still not the worst, at least. But yes, you want to switch him to book now, so. But again, as you saw before, I'm out of books. and charms. So, yeah. Lifesteal Pen. I think I had to have this on him because he doesn't have counter set on him, but he needs lifesteal, and I want him to counter, so. Again, no charms. I mean, I could just toss this on someone else then, but I like my Bruiser Seedom, even if I don't really use her much. AU Fiend, really good at bulk, 168 speed's fine, lifesteal, good crit damage. Harsetti, I have her on a crit damage build with some effectiveness, proof of valor, 24.3k HP with 1300 defense. I think it's pretty solid. Requiem Roar, kind of PvE build, but I kind of can pull her around in PvP at some point, so that's why I just ML Bologna, really I think it's pretty solid bulk, okay speed, some crit damage. The attack could definitely do stronger attack. Well, I love Lifesteal Sigurd on her because it's you'd be surprised how well she can just go from no health to full health. Rowana, high effectiveness, counter unity. So yeah. Robbie, I'm missing an EE. Plus, I'm not completely happy with her build here, but I mean, it's okay. ML Ken, 164 ER, some bulk, some decent crit, decent damage type of thing, yeah. Hassel, high defense, pretty decent health, pretty good health. Okay speed, but she pushes up for her counter. It's basically if your opponent's using a lot of counters, you don't use more. You can use that. Yeah, Hassle. I have this one on a counter set. Yeah, counter with high attack. I don't know. I haven't used them in a while. And no one else has built. Okay. So, yeah, that was a lot. sorry for that video taking long. 40 minutes. All right, I guess it was 40 minutes, but at least it wasn't like an hour. I remember one time I had like a 55-minute one, but this is 40 minutes. I guess considering I had a lot of units to go through and it's been like 2 months, I think 40 minutes is fine. Most people's account reviews are like close to an hour anyway, so yeah. If you would like to see any of these units played in like RTA, leave a comment on here and I will try to use any of these units that you saw here today. I'll try to use them at some point in RTA and, you know, do a video of it. But either do a live, I don't know about a live video, or just do a replay with it. If I just randomly get a lucky game with them, I will try to use them. Just let me know if there's any unit here you want to see me use in RTA. I will. So yeah, until then, I'm gonna go ahead and get off this and then start recording my placement matches. So yeah, it'll be fun. I'll see you guys next video.